Team scheduling and project planning can be really challenging for many businesses, but is an absolute necessity and it must be done, right? Then here comes the Teambook. Schedule and optimize your team planning effectively and efficiently, increase profitability, and keep everyone's in the loop with the drag and drop tool, right? So this is the Teambook app. If you haven't heard about it, please go to pitchground.com and check it out. This insane deal, which is currently live on pitchground.com. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this live event. This is your host, Swapnil, community manager from PitchGround. And today I'm going live to share the updates and the future roadmap of Teambook app. And to share these updates, the founder of Teambook app is joining with us. So before we dive into it, let's hear it from the Val. What is Teambook is all about?
Making your teamwork run smoothly. What's going on, guys? This is Val from PitchGround. You may hate planning, just like I do. If you work alone and you are an artist, a painter, or a musician, you can just go ahead and bail on planning seriously. But I'm afraid your craft won't last much longer because there are just a few people in the world who can work in such a manner. And unlikely you are one of them.
Genius, genius, genius!
Alright, this is possible if you're working alone. But for the team even of 2 people, without planning, you won't get this ball rolling. Here's an example. Imagine a set of gears rotating in random directions, unguided. The whole mechanism would be stuck. To get this working, we need to harmonize the work between each element. In other words, we need to plan the work of that team of gears. But why do people hate planning? Well, I can only say from my own experience, I never had a proper team planning tool. Back then, we had a bulky software with all those obscure bells and whistles, and it was really hard to see the whole picture of what my team is on right now. Some of my people were overloaded, while others were idling. And I recall we even had a planning day each Friday. We'd sit together in the meeting room with our laptops and spend most part of the day discussing our plans for the upcoming week. I wish I had a tool like Teambook back then. Teambook is a collaboration tool for teams which is built to make your team work as smooth as possible. See who is working on what in real time, measure your team's performance, and keep your finger on the pulse of your business. With Teambook, you are able to map your team skills and this way optimize the work of your people. No guesswork, no overloaded or idling people. Now you have a big picture of what's going on right in front of you. So make sure to check out that lifetime deal for Teambook on pitchground.com and get the best of your people's talent. That's pretty much it, guys. Love you all, keep safe, and I see you guys in the next video.
Hey, thank you, Val, for amazing explanation of Teambook app. And let me welcome Guy. Here we go. Hey, Guy, thank you so much for joining in today.
Hi.
And we are very much excited to hear it from you. What is Teambook is all about, and what are the updates that you have rolled out since the date of launch on PitchGround.com. And the community also wants to know the future roadmap of the tool. Before we go ahead and you start explaining what is Teambook, I would like to know about yourself. Means what is your the entrepreneur journey, and what is the thought behind building a Teambook, and what is the company, how many team members are there in your company, and everything about you and your journey so far.
Okay. Yeah, so thanks Swapnil for the introduction. Hi to everyone. So my name is Guy. I'm based in Switzerland. I'm Swiss, from the French part of Switzerland. As you know, Switzerland is about timing and quality, and that's what we try to do with Teambook. So basically, as you've seen in the intro, a Teambook is a team scheduling tool or project resource scheduling tool. The background maybe gives you a good insight on why we have Teambook today. Basically, we were running a company, a consulting firms, a few years ago with some friends, a company that grew very fast, an IT company that was busy implementing softwares at customers on the fast pace, and we grew from 0 people to 100 within 5 years across a few countries. We were in Europe mainly, so in France, Switzerland, Germany, and Spain. And what happened is we juggled to make sure our people were busy, that we had the right people with the right skills on the projects. At first, it was easy. We were a very small team, so we would do that with a piece of paper, then quickly Excel, then a Google Sheet. And after a while, it wasn't possible anymore because things keep on moving, because customers change their mind, because unplanned events take place, and therefore it was very difficult to find. I mean, to use the tools we knew. And therefore, we started to dive into an own development, which became Teambook. And then we thought, wow, but look, I mean, finally, Teambook is helping us in our business. We have fast-moving projects. We have people. We have a certain level of complexity. I would say, over 10 people, 10 projects, and fast-moving. You need a strong tool. So we designed Teambook to do that, and then we thought, yeah, what about selling this tool to others? We set up the tool as a SaaS product, and off we went. We put it online, and we kind of pushed it to companies which were in our fields, mainly consulting firms, IT consulting firms, agencies. No solopreneurs. Clearly, we were selling that to businesses, not huge ones. Probably the big ones. I mean, the really big ones tend to have their own tools, which are part of an ERP, or they self-develop something. As I said, the very small ones don't need us, but our sweet spot is 10 to 100 people.
Awesome.
And we are in the professional service business, and the idea behind the planning is not only to make your life easier, to know what's happening next week, but it's also to improve the top line and therefore the profitability of the business. If you're in professional services, usually you tend to sell your hours, and normally if you plan an hour, most probably it will happen and you will be able to invoice it. The other way is also true. Unfortunately, if you misplan, if you don't plan, if your people are not busy on that Thursday afternoon, then these are hours that your business loses. And here in a professional service business, every hour tends to be quite pricey. So you better make sure you don't have this halt in your planning. So in a nutshell, that was the background of Teambook, and here we are. I mean, we're live. We got customers all around the world, mainly in Europe now. Why Europe? Because we are Swiss-based. The team is based in the French part of Switzerland. We do have a development center in eastern part of Europe. We speak several European languages, so the tool is available in English, in French, in German, and we have other languages upcoming. So this is our kind of natural market. However, the product is basically open to anybody who's got an issue juggling with many users, consultants, staff, whatever resources to be assigned to projects, to events, to sites. And this complexity of people and sites or events is something that Teambook knows about.
Awesome.
So in a nutshell, that was the presentation.
So that was a huge and big story. I liked it. Okay, so you developed a product as an agency, and then you thought of let's build a product which will help the entire core of operations and optimize the productivity for everyone. And you built a SaaS, that is Teambook. Awesome. Inspired a lot from your story.
Correct.
So
and what we made very sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
We one thing we said from day one. I mean, we thought, do we do a product that fits all needs of an agency or professional service company, starting from planning and moving ahead into other more complex features like invoicing or accounting, or, and that is the way we choose, we will focus only on planning, and we'll make sure that our product is open to talk to other integration systems. So we want to make sure we are best of breed model, so we are good in planning. We don't do the rest for now, and we haven't changed this philosophy. For now, we really are a planning tool that is used by agencies, IT consulting firms, but in the meantime, and I think that is also the question you asked before, regarding the future, we will be more and more entering new verticals, new industries, which again have the same planning issue. multiple resources, multiple persons, multiple projects, and we will offer them a planning feature which will be easily integrated to their own tools. So again, we are best of breed. We do planning only, and we don't talk about money. We planning hours or days of people, but we don't plan francs or dollars.
Right, right. So as you said, like planning is very, very much important, right? If you're not planning your team, if you're not planning your entire schedule, then you are losing out the money, right? If you're not efficiently use the resources, that is a value and that is a resource loss, and obviously that is a money loss, right? And
Yeah.
most of the companies that I've
Le-
seen
le-
are,
le-
yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you. It's yeah.
let's I mean, clearly there are businesses where life is easy. You got 5 people, they're on a project for the next 2 years, so I guess planning is not a big deal. Your guys are busy, you want to make sure that after 3 years you find another project to keep them
Right.
busy. Unfortunately, this kind of model does not apply to many companies or many industries anymore. We tend to be more and more agile, and the pace is increasing. So therefore we need tools, and indeed now things are becoming more and more digital. Your people may not be at the coffee machine on the Monday morning when you used to share the work. So you also need these kind of tools to better communicate with your teams. What are they supposed to do? So not only it's important for your boss to make sure that your team is busy, but it's also important for your team members to know, hey, what am I doing next week? So clearly
Right.
here the idea is that this information that is managed by the project manager or the traffic controllers or the traffic managers using Teambook, this information is pushed to any of your user, and so they get the information in their own calendars. Now, what is important, and I think even in a lifetime deal like PitchGround, I think that would be of interest for your users. We sell Teambook not by the users, but by a certain level of projects. It
Right.
means we don't want to limit our customers, to say, oh, can I give the access to Teambook to this or that person? Because if I give access, then this person will cost me more money. That is not the point. We think the business are growing if they got more projects, and we should not limit the number of people using Teambook. So therefore, the Teambook's pricing is per project thresholds, for active project thresholds.
Right.
Now, that is what we do today. I see in the chat, I see a comment regarding roadmap features. So basically, as I said, we are good in planning in the agency and IT consulting industry. That is the brief for the last, let's say, until now. We've been fine-tuning the tool, adding new minor things in terms of usability, UX, UI, small features. The big works we are going on now is integrating our tool with as many as external tool as possible.
Right.
We have integration to Zapier, to Slack. We have an API. We are working on project works on a big
Awesome.
time. We are working on integration with Ripplings, with Redmine. So all these integrations will be rolled out in the coming few months. That is, let's say, improvements around the current products in the current industry. We have two things in mind now for the future, and the future being this year. We will move into new verticals. So not only IT and IT consulting and agencies, but we will move into new fields. We still are considering different options. They will all have to do with a professional service, but it could be commercial cleaning operation, it could be security operation. These two industries have the same issues as in
Right.
consulting and agencies. They have many people and many sites and many projects. So what we want to do is use the power of Teambook to address these new industries. And we see funny use case because we do have a freemium model with a very low amount of projects, which enables us to test the market. And we see companies, interesting companies out of totally different fields, starting to use Teambook. A recent one is a North American-based company printing books. and for some reason they plan their job, their schedules using Teambook. So again, so that is the first deployment we will be doing in this year, new verticals based on Teambook's planning features. And the second one, which will be quite a big step forward for us, is that we will move into not only planning, so ahead,
Right.
but we will also do the actual time tracking.
Awesome.
So meaning, if Swapnil next week you're supposed to do 5 hours here and 20 hours there, that's good. You know what you have to do. But at the end of the week, probably I'd like to make sure you did do these hours because I want to invoice them to my customers or whatever I want to report on that. And now this actual time tracking is something we did not do so far, but we are considering to implement this year. So these are the upcoming big steps ahead,
Big.
and remembering that integration is something we launch every week.
Awesome, awesome. These are the big steps, right? So Teambook is not only
Correct.
going to focus on the planning thing, but in the future you can track everything. Means the time tracking would be there, so you can map every action of your team members and every time, every single seconds of your team members, so that you will be you can optimize, you can plan it accordingly, you can shuffle it in between, you can assign team members from one project to another project, and you can utilize your resources very effectively and efficiently. That's awesome. And obviously, if you're utilizing your resources effectively and efficiently, you increases profitability, right? Because obviously every resource
Right.
is giving their 100 and 200 percentage on each and every project. Obviously, you will earn cash, you will earn money. Your business will be in a profitable state instead of losing down. Your graph will go up. Awesome. Yeah. So these are the two
Correct.
important major milestones that you want to achieve in the future, right, Guy?
Correct, correct, and these will be short-term milestones, as I said for this year. We believe planning is a feature, is a functionality that lots of industries and organizations face. It could be a bank, organizing the staffing of its branches. People get COVID, people get sick, people get pregnant. How do you make sure you have an overview of ensuring that all your bank branches are staffed appropriately? We have schools with canteen, the restaurants or so, where again you have lots of people working in the kitchen, and you want to make sure that each of your school has got the appropriate team to make sure the kids have lunch tomorrow.
Right.
So these are just two examples of totally different industry where we think planning is important. Planning has always been a topic, and planning was probably done on a piece of paper at first, and then an Excel sheet. And these days, there are better solutions than that.
Right.
So
Right.
Teambook is really the aim of Teambook is to play. I mean, to be a major player in the field of the planning
Right.
area, and as I said, adding this actual time tracking. We do not want to start an actual time tracking tool. That is not the focus. We want to provide our planning feature with an extra layer of actual time tracking. So I think that is an handy figure that a lot of our people would like to appreciate. Remembering again that we will be opening up bridges towards most useful and known systems so that our information goes smoothly in and out of Teambook towards the tool that our customer use.
Right. So this is a totally different use case. Just now you explained us. Teambook, at the initial discussion, you said like Teambook is very much helpful for the IT companies, the small businesses, and the different sectors altogether. But this is a different aspect that you just now told us and explained us, that this can be used in a food industry as well. For example, you have a kitchen, you have so many people working and managing entire kitchen, so planning is must there, right? And Teambook can be used to divide your resources. For example, someone has to look into this, someone has to take care of that. So if you have everything in front of you, you have a projections in front of you, so you can measure your ROI, you can measure your resources, you can measure your entire sales and optimize your performance as well. That's a different use case. I never thought of, like utilizing Teambook in a different
Yeah.
industry altogether. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, in order to do so, obviously, we will have to reword part of the UI. Make sure that indeed our screens speak to these different industry, which is not the case for now. And we'll have to develop some marketing materials, some knowledge-based information, some tutorials for these new industries. But again, the background, the back end, smart tool of Teambook is usable in other industries, and that's where we will go further. I see in one of the chat, I see somebody is asking about the data for the client's information. How easy is that to import and export on other platform? So again, here very importantly, we try to avoid touching sensitive information. So basically, user is a name and an email address. We don't want to go for too many details, credit cards information, and so on. So, but yes, the information is very easy to upload and download. It's very easy to convert via API to make sure that what happens in one system is automatically transferred to another one. Give it a try. We offer 14 days free trial, and you will see that it's very easy to upload and download information. Again, we do not play with money; we play with hours. Okay, so that is really important to understand, and we do not have any intention to move into financial flows. We see that as quite tricky. Other people do that. This is not our thing. We want to make sure Teambook helps people to make the best of their team's valuable time.
Right, right. So Teambook is only focusing on the optimizing resources, not into a invoicing like feature or the financial tracking system, because the USP of the Teambook is
Correct.
time tracking, or I can say the team planning and the time tracking, and see what resource is going to get utilized in which segment or which project. So you'll get a high level and the deep level idea of your entire structure. So that is the USP of Teambook. So if you're thinking like, okay, through Teambook,
Yeah.
I can send the invoice to the client, I can get payments, something like that, then this is not the tool that you're looking for. This is a totally a different tool and different use case it has, and you need to think in that way. And if you want to test it out, Teambook is offering 14 days trial period. Go and test it out. If you have any feedback, suggestions, we are open. Guy is already there in the community. You can tag me, Guy. If you want to share anything, we are open to receive the feedbacks. And if your feedback and suggestions are really important use case for the entire users of the Teambook, or for the different industry, this team Guy is going to implement that if it is feasible enough. I'm not committing anything, but if it is feasible and doable, they are going to integrate into the app, right? And Guy has just now said that they are going to optimize the UI and UX in a better way, so that it would be easier to navigate and see the org level structure of your entire organization and the team.
Yeah. Maybe just to add on that, a few comments. First of all, we are live, so we do have already, a nice list of customers, some big names in the agency industries and consulting industries. So
Awesome.
this is not a fly-by-night product. We are
Right.
live and with a success story. We have a very strong and motivated development team in the eastern part of Europe that is very keen on picking up new challenge. So again, as we kind of said so far, we are happy to consider new features and new verticals and new ideas. I'm not promising that we will implement everything, but we are very keen on maintaining, an open relationship with our customers or prospects, and develop things that could be useful to them, but also to other people in potential customer segments. So yes, we are very reactive, and would be happy to get some inputs from your crowd, and see if we can improve and increase the features of Teambook.
Awesome, awesome. So it's not a new tool, guys. Most of the big names, big industries, big SMBs, agencies who are using the Teambook, right? So it's been already tested and proven and certified by the most of the businesses. So you can simply close your eyes and rely on Teambook, right? And if you haven't checked the lifetime deal, which is currently live on PitchGround.com, go ahead and check it out. I'll be sharing the plan and features as well. In meantime, if you have any questions and the queries regarding the deal, regarding the regarding the tool, please feel free to comment and tag us so that we can answer and we can solve all your doubts regarding the regarding the Teambook app and the deal. Okay, so I think a few questions are coming up. Let me check it out. Okay, so I think so. This you have answered, right? Nicholas were asking the data of your client's info is encrypted. So you have already answered, I guess, right? You're just collecting name and email of the client, no financial information. So there is no need to worry about that stealing or getting exposed of your data. So your data is safe and encrypted into the data centers of your Teambook. Right. So, is there any questions coming up? Let me see. Okay. So I think so. Nicholas is tagging his colleagues and friends. Okay, guys. If you have any different use case and if you want to share with us, if you are already user of Teambook, then how you are using Teambook, we would like to hear it from you. Just comment us, tag us, and share your experience of using Teambook and optimizing the team performance, the team planning, and your resources. We are happy to receive the use cases from you, right? And let me share the screen and share the plan and the pricing of Teambook app. Here we go. Yeah. So. Yeah, this is the Teambook app, guys. If you're watching me right now, and the others who don't know what is Teambook, let me explain. Teambook is a scheduling and optimizing scheduling tool or planning tool wherein you can utilize to plan out your entire team projects, and you can utilize your team efficiently and effectively, which will lead to increase your profitability of your business, right? So these are the features. Let me scroll down and show you the high level features that Teambook is offering. This is booking an update. Then you will have an effective planner inside the app. You can see it here. It's very it's cleanly and neatly presented on the dashboard, so you can see which team member is aligned to which project and how he's performing in the sense whether he's aligned to a different projects or tagged into different projects. What is his entire week look like? What is his entire month look like? So you can get every information inside the app. Okay, and you will have the better communication. So I think so. It has the team communication feature as well. If I'm missing out on this feature, Guy.
In the sense that, as I briefly hinted, the idea is that the consultant get the information of the planning pushed into the calendar. So it's communicate. I mean, this is what we call communication.
Right.
Basically, as many users as you want may use Teambook in an account, and either these users can go and log into Teambook. They may see what happens there depending on their role and authorization. They may be able to plan or not. But let's say regular consultant tend to be able to see their planning. But again, regular consultant probably would not bother to log into Teambook, but they just want to make sure that the information is synced into their calendar. So that's what we call communication, and the same thing applies to your customer. Customers often want to make sure, who, by the way, will be coming next week, who is planned on this project for the next 2 months. So basically, you can share views of your project planning with your customers using just simple URL. So you can share this information with your customer, and therefore ease the communication to your customers or with your consultants. Now, I see one important question on the chat. Somebody's asking me about the number of active projects. Yes, so basically what we do is we sell a threshold of projects, and when we say project, we mean active projects. Basically, once your project is done, and if you don't need to plan about it anymore, then you may deactivate the project. So if we do have a 200 project threshold, it means it's up to 200 projects that you are currently using. It's up to you to decide when to deactivate certain projects, therefore, and hence to remain in the thresholds. But yes, we only count active projects. We also encourage our customers to do their homework, to keep a bit of cleaning if projects are not used out of performance reason. It does make sense to deactivate them. You can at any time reactivate them at a later stage, but basically the idea is active projects only. And by the way, I didn't mention that, but obviously you can plan not only customer projects, billable projects, but you can also plan your holidays, your company events, your public holidays, your sickness, your training time, all kinds of activities that will happen anyway, and these projects are part of Teambook. They are not counted into the number of active projects. These are time off projects.
Thank you for clarifying the doubt. Let
The
me
price you see
reconfirm.
here
Yeah. Yeah, you explain
the
it.
prices you see are really a fraction of what we charge. We are a SaaS business, so we tend to charge far more than that every month. And clearly, we are here with PitchGround. Now it's a unique opportunity. We do not think we will do a lot of lifetime bill because, it's not our business model, but we thought it's interesting to interact with a new crowd and to get some inputs from you guys. So clearly the price you see here are very, very interesting. They will not last very long, I can tell you.
Yeah, that's there, right? This deal, the Teambook is offering. We have negotiated a lot, and they have added many features, and they have offered a very cheap, very decent pricing, so that you can grab a lifetime deal. And this deal is not coming again. So this is the first and the last deal that you can get it from the Teambook app. So go ahead and check it out. If you have any question and the queries, feel free to comment and tag Guy or me in your comments so that we can, answer all your queries and the questions. So let me go over the pricing. So we have different plans altogether. So only one ABC plans. Okay. So let me explain what comes in the plan A. So plan A is only for $49 for lifetime, in which you'll be getting unlimited users. So as Guy has explained us while talking, that there is no condition on the users, right? So it's not like one user, 5 users, or 10 users, or 100 users. So in every plan, you'll be getting unlimited users. So there is no condition or there is no stack on the users parameter, right? So plan A, unlimited users, 40 active projects, all features and updates of Teambook, and obviously we're offering 60 days of money back guarantee. So just go and buy this deal, test it out. If you're not happy, give us feedback. We are open to receive the feedback. If you have any sort of feelings, or you saw any bugs into the system, just reach out to us so that we will take a step and resolve your queries and the questions right now. Okay, then we have a plan B, that is $79 for lifetime, unlimited users, 100 active projects, and all features and updates of the Teambook app. Then if you're an agency and looking and you're handling multiple projects altogether, then plan C is for you, right? If you're a solopreneur or small business, maintaining small, not small, but less projects, then you can buy $49 plan, that is plan A. And if you're bigger agencies and managing multiple projects altogether, then you must think for the plan B and the plan C. Okay, so in plan C, unlimited users is already there in every plan. Then you will be having 200 active projects, and all the features and updates from the Teambook app will be given for your plan, right? So if you want to, if you have any questions regarding the plans and pricing that just now I have explained, feel free to comment so that we can clarify your doubt right now. Yes, over to you, Guy.
So thanks for the invitation to talk. And as you repeatedly said, we are happy to get your feedback. So questions, don't hesitate. We got a knowledge based, accessible on the trial account or on our website. We tend to answer quite fast. And again, we are very happy to get your feedbacks and feature requests.
Right. So Nicholas is asking.
I see a question.
Yeah. So from the Nicholas, he's asking that can
Yes.
the paused or archived projects out of the 200 the 200 limits be unarchived?
Yes, yes, you can. Now, obviously, we have a cap at 200. So if for whatever reason you archive something and 6 months later you need to de-archive it, no problem. But just make sure you're below the 200 projects threshold. So probably by then, by the time, you will be able to deactivate other projects that are finalized by then.
Okay, okay.
200 project is a very large crowd, but maybe you got a business which we don't know yet about and which tends to have a lot of events. So
Right, right. So he's sending a hashtag. Okay, okay. So 200, yes, it's a big count, right? If a big count, 200 projects means you are earning so much. I can say that agency is earning so much, right? 200 project is a big count. Yeah. So it's he's tagging only hashtags. Yes, Nicholas, I know you're using. Please share your
yeah,
feedback and please
yeah.
share your use case, how you are utilizing Teambook to manage your team members and to plan your team activities. So we would like to hear it from you. Yeah. So, Guy, if you want to share
Yeah.
anything, the future roadmap, and if you want to say anything to our users, how to you?
I'm afraid I do have another a meeting which will start right now. If you will see, there is a public roadmap which is accessible from our app as well, and again, very open to suggestion. We don't want to promise you things that we won't do.
Right,
And
right.
that's why we try to keep this focus on planning. We are a Swiss-based company, so we tend to be quite serious, and we do what we say, and we say, I mean, we say what we do what we say, and so again, I think it's a reliable product to do planning activities in a complex environment, many resources, many projects, many users, and that is our USP. As I said, we are Swiss-based. We are on a European timeline for now. We don't have any call center in the US or in Asia, but hopefully one day we will be big enough to have operations all around the world and be able to answer 24/7. We are not too bad, I have to say. Our customers are quite happy with the response. So again, give it a try and drop us an email, ping us, and we'll be happy to get back to you. Thank you very much for today.
Thank you, Guy, for taking the time and sharing your thoughts and sharing the feedback and the future roadmap of the Teambook with us and community is we are very much happy to see you here and sharing your experience with us. Thank you so much for joining us today and have a nice day. And we will keep doing this kind of lives and keep meeting so that that gives me the good vibes while talking about the founders, about the tool. It excites me. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, guys, for watching us live and sharing your experiences and the suggestions and the comments. And here, thank you. We'll meet you in the next event. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Have a nice day.
Bye.